Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz, WELDERFABBER, and today I'm going to start this chapter over in Ashton in Makerfield at Lieber. And the reason why I'm here is because I need some more transmission oil. So at the end of the last chapter you'll notice that we fired the machine up, yeah, and we were low on oil. Also we had a couple of fault codes, so we need to plug it in, get our Lieber Tech out, plug it in, do a bit of diagnostic on it and sort it out, and then run it, get it up to temperature, and let's just see where we're at. But we got pressure, so that's a good sign, and we did get a little bit of movement. So fingers crossed today she'll be running, and I will put it on camera for you all to see. So the Lieber Tech is only here this afternoon, so we're going to top it up with oil and we're going to hang fire for him to come up and plug it in before we try and run it. Alright, we just don't want to risk damaging anything with any fault codes up, so we might as well wait for Dave and see what he thinks and take it from there. So we'll just have this telly bucket come in for a new edge. Plenty worn out there. This has just come from a local farmer and he's going through an edge every 6 months, he reckons. So we're going to up the thickness on the edge and go for a harder edge. So we're putting a Hardox 500 edge on it. And I'd say that'll be mild steel, looking at it. That'll be a mild steel edge that's on there. We're just going to whip that off and put a bigger edge on it. He doesn't want the bolt-on edge going onto the weld-on edge, so he just wants a single bevel weld-on edge. That I picked up from a supplier the other day. Now the inspection pit is complete. So that's all ready to go. Archway are actually on the way down to pick this up with their own transport. It's got some lifting lugs on if they want to use them. Put a shackle in there. They put 4 on each side if they want to lift it that way. I think they're just going to weld some beams across it anyway when they land it, and they probably could chain it round the beams. Stairs are in. You can see we've got the little box section down there at each side. For the aluminium step, we've got the cutout over there for the catch tanks. And the floor is nice and solid when you walk along it. The whole thing's pretty solid. That's a good job, well done. Going out the door shortly, and all the material has just come in for the chapter 8 barriers. All come cut in, so that saves us cutting all that material like we cut it last time. So we're just going to jig it on the bench. Job on. Get all them tacked together and we'll let Trav have a do it welding them up. To be fair, I'll have 2 meters high, so the 500 higher than the last ones. So we'll just wait for Archway and I'll get it on cam being loaded. Also might as well tell you, because I mentioned it earlier on, about the, I should have said in the last chapter, the electric board. So we're putting 2 boards in. This board on this side of the workshop and a smaller board there at the other side of the workshop. with all new sockets down one side, isolator for the saw, and an isolator for something else that we've got coming soon. And get rid of this dinosaur that we've got. I had sockets tripping out the other day and I was pulling my hair out because I couldn't find out which one it was. Although I'm supposed to say on here, but none of them match up what is actually in here. So we're not messing about, we're just getting a full hit, replacing everything. A lot. That's where we're at. Looks good though, doesn't it? So transport has just landed, and I've had to borrow a forklift off a neighbour just to lift it because there's a little bit too much weight for our little trucks. Proper unit. A little bit tight getting in our shop, I must admit. No problem for this one though. Right, we'll get it up here now. Right, all three at once, yeah? Are you all watching? Steadily up. Yeah, tilt back, tilt back. Cal, hang on. Tilt back, yeah. Tilt back, tilt back, tilt back. Right, right, all of you up slowly now. Go on. Go on. Hold it there. So you can see that little skeleton frame we put underneath there. And carried them on out underneath the oil tank. Let's get him in steady. Nice and steadily in. Just need to miss that mass there. Are you alright to the other side? This time, this mum. Take it up a bit. Up, up, up. Up. Yeah, up. Up. Right, up. foot, another foot. Oh. Need to get you in a bit, JJ. So Cal, you go back a bit. JJ, you check it in a bit. Back up. Cal. Go on. Go on, Cal, back up. Go on. Go on. Whoa. Tilt forward a little bit, JJ. Down at that, Cal, slowly. Yeah. Go on, Jay, down. Down. Yeah, we'll do. Go on, can you side shift that way a bit? Just put it down there. Be right that. Be right to that. Be alright that. As long as driver's happy, let's just check. I'd say that's alright though. Are you happy with that, love? I'd say that's alright, bud. You just have a check, yeah? He's on. Good job we got friendly neighbours, or should I say landlord. That's the landlords. Cheers, John, by the way. That's another job done and out of the shop. So a big thanks to Sam, Archway Travel. And when you do come to put this in, Sam, give us a call. I'll come and give you a lift. Always happy to help you. Get it strapped on and away. See you later, bud. No problem at all. Oh, who's landed here? Bro, new bike. Loving it. Running in session. Running in session. What is it?
R1250 RS BMW.
R1250 RS. Now then, so we've both been looking at bikes, yeah, and I don't know whether to get one or not. Do you know what I mean? We're both going to get one of these, and then I might go for a sportier one.
Or adventure one. That GS Adventure's a good one as well.
Yeah, bud. The adventure ones are good one.
Yeah, same engine as what's in this Boxer engine. Or they do the XR. That's got the same engine as what's in that RR 1000.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, the RR, but...
No, they do the XR, Baz.
The XR?
XR. Sit up, but with the same engine as that one of Daz's.
Hmm. Just that sound makes you want one, doesn't it?
You're alright when it's got a full system on it.
Yeah, it's changing exhaust system and that on it, you know. I want one, but we lost our father on the bike, so it's a bit of a sore subject. But it's like, you've got to live, haven't you? You know what I mean? It's part of living, isn't it? You know, it's part of living and enjoying life, doing stuff that you want to do. And I said, which we are. When you've grown, I know, but Dad was growing up, weren't he? You know what I mean? Yeah. It only takes a little lick up and you're off. You know, but anyway, take your time. Take your time. Alright, see you in a bit. Yeah, not so sure about getting another bike yet. Okay, so Monday morning, all the electrics have been changed. As you can see there, we've got a new main board in. We've also got a separate board at the other side of the workshop. We've got a lot more sockets that are going to go on that wall down there. So we've had two main boards put in really. And about an extra 10 three-phase sockets, all with isolators, and 6 single-phase sockets. And we're just waiting on a 110 transformer coming in. So as you can see, we've got a lot more room in the workshop now the pit's gone out. We've got some railings being made, DTM job there. Some much bigger ones being made as well. Got a couple of stainless jobs running through the shop. We've just made a bit more room at this end of the workshop for DTM lads, and we're just going to try and work in this area here, and if we get bigger jobs in, then we manoeuvre down the workshop. So we've got a little cat bucket in here. It was all cracked around this area here. Well, Cal's just put a plate over it. There were cracks. So I'm going to fill them in, put a plate over there. Turn the edge. Double edge. I think there's a few cracks around the hangers as well. Hard to see. One on the centre stiffener there. We just put a new edge on this load hole bucket. So that is for a local farmer. And if we're going to test that out, put in a Hardox edge on it rather than the standard mild steel edge. It was a 20mm, we've gone up to 25. And we've got the frames running through for Max Civils. So that's Travis that's putting them together. He's a lad that's just doing 1 day a week at the moment. So I'll be glad when Sam comes back, to be fair, full time. I could do with Sam back in full time. And also my son might be coming back from Canada, as he lived in Jasper in Canada, and the fire, if you don't know, the fires run right through Jasper. They've got wildfires over there. He's now been in Calgary. He had to evacuate for a week. So he went to Calgary into like hostel kind of situation where they put people up there, been evacuated. To be honest, I want him to come home, but he doesn't want to come home just yet, so it's obviously his decision at the end of the day. And but he's going through a bit of a bad spot over there. You know, most of the town has been burnt down. Most of the town has been burnt down. So, and also the transmission. Yeah. So obviously, in the last chapter, people, I was honest with people about what's happening with that, and it still isn't right. So we are having more tests done on it this week. When I know more, I will tell you more, but at this moment in time, I can't really tell you where we're at, because I don't know where we're at. There's still some more testing that, to be done on it, on the pressure side of things. We're not getting the pressures that we should be getting. Although we've got it running and we've got pressure, we're not getting the correct pressures that we should be getting on the hydros. So I'll let you know when I can tell you more, but that's where we're at. Daniel knows all about it. And yeah, more testing to be done. So we'll crack on with what we're getting on with right now. And them Kempi X3s are unreal. I popped in over the weekend just to have a play about with that and try the gouging out and a few other bits on it, and it's to be honest, it's just as good as the X5. You know, the X5 Fastmig has just got a few more. It's got a few more programs built into it. This brilliant set, don't get me wrong, but both 400 amp, and for the money really, especially in our game, that's why I bought 3 of them rather than going for the X5s. Yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at this moment in time. We have got a few site jobs coming up, me and Cal, so I just want to get these few buckets out of the way and then we can get out on site. And these boys are using the other X3. Now, Joe? Oh damn, my brother has just won a big order. That will see him through till the end of the year, so if we ever get slack on work, we can always fall back on and give him a lift. But really I want to get more into the plant side of things, back into plant, you know, and getting on site, doing on site welding with the diggers, dozers, excavators. Anything to do with plant really we want to be jumping back on, but at this moment in time you've just got to take on whatever you can take on. Do you know what I mean? Anything, we've got to earn some money, haven't we? You know, we've spent a lot of money, we've invested a lot of money in stuff that we've done in the factory, and yeah, we've got to earn it. Now we've got to earn it. We've had some good jobs in there, haven't we? A couple of wash ramps and a pit. Now we've done that pit, I've had a couple of inquiries for more pits. Different sizes, lengths, depths, different spec on inside the pit, and I've done some pricing. I've done a lot of pricing today, so hopefully we'll get some of that working and here back on the loading shovel bucket. I'm hoping to get that, but not too sure. But I think I'm going to go and buy one of these. Which the director will not approve of, by the way. So I'm just heading over to Widnes to look at a job. It is another wash ramp job for a customer. It will not be as heavy duty as the last ones that we've made. As the last ones we've made will take a weight of 40 tons. This one only needs to take a weight of approximately maximum 15 tons, pretty much just putting units on it, so 12 ton aren't they max, and then back a skelly trailer on it, what, 6 ton, so max weight 15 ton, so it can be a lot lighter weight. So I'm thinking it could be made out of 2 C-sections with angle irons on it, and legs on each side rather than just one in the middle, and then you might be able to walk all the way down the centre of it, you know. But yeah, I'll have a crack with the customer when I get there. But I'd just like to talk about the comments in the previous chapter about the honesty on Ashville's loading shovel. Yeah, so really good feedback. I'd say 99% good feedback there. I didn't really see any negative comments. Everybody wants to see honesty on this channel, which is all it is. It's only a one take shot. Do you know what I mean? we don't go and film something and then all film it again. Do you know what I mean? It's one take. It is what it is. It's real life. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to the people that commented on last week's video. But I think we'll go back to, whilst I'm driving on the road now, I think we'll go back to the beginning, just so you're all in the picture of exactly how this scenario has come about. Yeah. So I was on the phone with Daniel last night for a good half an hour. But anyway, there's the first phone call was, Baz, Libra's gone down, loader's down, got a problem with the transmission, I've got a report here off Libra, can I send you the report? Can you look at it, tell me if it's something that you can sort out, yeah? So I looked at the report, clutch pack, rung my pal up, Archie, you fancy doing a clutch pack on a Libra? Ashville's down in London, it will be on camera. Yeah, Baz, we'll do it, no problem. Sound. Archie, I trust with my life, yeah? That's the type of lad he is, right? So, I rings Daniel back up, no problem, send us the loader up, we get Foxy to bring it up for us. Also want some welding doing on 2 clamp buckets. So he sends one of the clamp buckets up, as you'll have seen in the previous chapter, and sends a flatbed up for welding a steel floor within the flatbed, yeah? Plus another clamp bucket when he picked the other clamp bucket up. They've all been done. So we're just left with the transmission, right? The transmission got taken out of the machine. We then sent the transmission away for the clutch packs to be changed, yeah? So another set of hands, right? So the transmission when the transmission was away, we get a phone call saying, do you know that them hydrostatic motors are knackered in that machine, right? And I'm like, no, I've not heard anything about the hydros. So I rings Dan up, Dan goes, no, I've not heard it, Baz. I'm going, do you want us to strip him down and have a look, see if there's anything wrong with him? Because if there is, we might as well do it now whilst it's out. And the answer was, how much is it going to be? Well, it's going to be X amount, right? So just to strip him down and have a look. So we decided to go down that road. We found that the main bearings was majorly worn and worn the housing. So we had the housing machined, shimmed and fitted new bearings, put the hydrostatic motors back together, put them back on the transmission, put it all back in the machine, yeah? Put it all back in the machine. We had an internal failure, right? The internal failure was oil was passing within the hydrostatic unit, right? So if oil's completely passing and we're not building pressure, there's something not quite right within the hydros. So we managed to get the hydrostatic motors off in situ, so we didn't need to take the cab back off and strip it all back down. Within 6 hours, it was out, right? And then they went back down to Coventry to be stripped back down and had a look at, found the problem, rectified it, brought it back up, put it back in the machine. As you saw last week, we fired it up and we've still not got the correct pressures, although we've got pressure, right? So the machine needs to be calibrated. We've plugged it in, we're not getting the right pressures that we should have. That's where we're at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So I just think it's important for people to know how it works. If people come to me with a job like Daniel, yeah, I have a lot of experienced guys around me that I can use. It's like Archie, if he gets a job in that needs welding, he'll ring me and I'll go and do that welding job. Do you know what I mean? If somebody rings with an excavator with a slew ring that's cracked off and the excavator's dropped off the track frame, that's a perfect job for me. Do you know? Or a boom splitting off, or a dipper splitting off, or a bucket splitting off, or a machine needs rebushing and pinning. That's good for me. Anything to do with an undercarriage on a machine, that's all my bag, yeah? But when it comes to doing a transmission or an engine, then I pass that work on to other people. Like I did when I managed at Hurt Plant, passed it on to other fitters, yeah? So I just think it's important for our viewers to know how it works, how I work, how other people work around me, and how people trust me to do jobs, right? But when it comes to welding in particular, that's my bag, yeah? But I'd just like to thank everybody that commented last week within them comments, because they were really good. 99% of them was all positive, and about the honesty that you get from this channel. All right, and that is all you will ever get from this channel. You'll only get honesty, real life, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. I'll put it on camera for you to see. That's what it's all about. That's why I've built a YouTube channel. That's why I've built my Instagram channel the way it is now, and that's why we've got the followers and subscribers that we've got. All right, by keeping it real. So if you are going to start a YouTube channel, which there's a lot popping up, I can see them popping up in the background, keep it real. Don't script anything, don't lie, never tell fibs. You know what I mean? If you tell a lie and it come out to bite you further down the line, yeah. So yeah, let's go and check this job out in Widnes, and I'll show you when we get there. Sorry to rant on. So I've just landed in Widnes to check this ramp out that a customer is wanting to upgrade. This is an old ramp, but it's done the job for many years, and it's starting to fail in places. It's only for units pretty much, and backing trailers onto, so it will only take a max load of 12 tonne. So it doesn't need to be as heavy duty as the last ramp that we built. So I'll just check the angle on here now. So we're looking at 11 degrees. 11 degrees.
The answer is 44.6.
I don't know what Siri's on about, but anyway, yeah, so we're looking at 11 degrees. He wants the flatbed to be 6 metres, and we're probably looking around 8 metres on the ramp just to get the angle right. But again, I'll have to draw that out on the floor. I mean, if he had a CAD system, although I have a lad who's got a CAD, I can get him to put him into the CAD system and work the angle out, because you know he's got a medium height chassis Volvo with no air, and with no air, and it's got a low front bumper on it. Then at this point here it could catch, you know. So this one is going to be a lot lighter weight. I can make it in 2 sections, so you can walk all the way down the centre, yeah. Although at that top end there, right at the front of the ramp, I'll connect it with a box section going across. We'll put some bump stops around this area for the wheel to hit up to, and then we'll have a walkway getting out that side, 2 metre platform with stairs coming down. So I'm going to make this a lot different to the other ramps. I'm thinking of making it out of some C-sections with angle irons going across, legs braced up, and then I'll get it calced, because just to see, because it's only 12 tonne, it doesn't need to be as heavy duty as the others. Alright, and I think I'll even put the C-sections, so the C-sections, let me just draw it now. So if we think about it, yeah, we could go on the inside with the C-section and another C-section, and this could be an angle iron in here, if you will, and then you'd have another one at this side. Thinking out loud here now, by the way, guys, with another one there, with an angle iron in there, running all the way down, yeah. And then you could put your pit jack in there, couldn't you? Put your pit jack in there that rolls up and down. So I'm going to look at that. Well, this is something that he wants doing fairly quick. So I'll try and work him a price out today. He's got some nice trucks, I tell you. Some really nice trucks. I'll put that on camera when I get the order. If I get the order. Alright, Yeah, that's why I'm over in Widnes. So I'll just take some more dimensions and just make sure I've got all the information that I need. Again, it'll be a metre in the centre and then it'll be 900 wide at each side. And he only wants a tube at the top section. So as you get to the top of the ramp, they'll only want a tube here and at that side there. Because the position where it's going within the yard, they might want to like be able to back a trailer up, so it gives them more of a scope to get a trailer on it without having the tubes on these. Yeah. So another ramp job coming. Like I say, I get most of my work off, well, I get all my work off social media. This is another one off YouTube. 2 ramps off YouTube now. So social media, in my eyes, is a massive plus point and the way forward in life. So I'll get these guys on camera, forget the order, yeah? That's if he wants to come on camera. Anyway, back to Preston. Back to the workshop, and we've just got this 70mm plate, 1500mm wide, 2 400mm long, 70mm deep. So we're just going to go around the edges now and clean all these bits of spatter off. And as you can see, it's got like bits of plates on it that don't need to be on it. And then we'll make a proper frame for it to sit on, and that will be a good bench. What it, lad?
It will.
That'll be a good, solid, straight, looking at it, bang on straight bench for building more stuff on. Yeah. Let's see where they're up to with the frames. So they're finished. Travis is well on with them now. Cal's finishing the bucket off for Keel Shaw. He's just finished the cat bucket off. So I'll ring the customer up, he can come and collect this. That's off a little 13-ton cat 313, which we have actually got to go to site to do some work on it. He's repaired all the cracks and put a wear strip on the back of it. If you can see that back edge there, we've got a wear strip down the back edge. And we've had another bucket come in whilst I was out. Right, I think he wants that moving back here. Just tell us, Carl, what crack is there?
So it's off a tractor, use it on a tractor.
Just speak up a bit, because we know Mike. Sit, come down here. Come down here. Go on, what?
So it's off a tractor, we also use it on a telehandler. So he wants that face and that face running parallel with each other. So that then he's only got so much tilt on the tractor, you see.
Right.
So he wants it flat when he's loading his cement mixer.
Right. So that, yeah, I know what you're saying now. So where that chalk line is there, yeah, it wants to be in line with that chalk line there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So running on that angle, yeah. Right. So basically we'll have to cut the hangers off there, alter the angle of this bit. I'll have to have a little bit of a think there, fabricate some new hangers. And that is for Barton Contractors over at Stormsbury. They're the guys that we went to HS2 to do some towing eyes on some Bowsers, yeah. And then DCM boys are doing some like dryer frames. looking a little bit technical. So we got Tab, that's Tab.
Alright mate.
And we got Joe.
How we doing?
Alright Joe, so
Yeah,
just
good mate.
explain to our viewers what you're building here.
So it's basically it's a dryer frame. So it's going to be, where is it going again, Tab, this?
No idea, mate.
No idea. But yeah, it's basically going to be a dryer frame, big frame, lots of little pieces, lots put together. It's just one of those things.
So all these bits come cut in, everything cut pre-drilled with it?
Yeah, cut pre-drilled, so we just have to put it together to the drawing.
Yeah, so basically it's just an assembly from the drawing that we've got on the bench here. Fabrication drawings. So that's your assembly, showing all your parts. You can see how they're all numbered. And that's your parts list there. I don't miss working to drawings, I'll be honest. I like making my own stuff in my own design. But our Dan takes a lot of stuff on. He gets a lot of stuff drawn and designed. And that's what most of his lads do all the time. Cal's been using the little sabre. Cal, what are you thinking of this? What are you thinking of that little sabre plasma?
Oh, it's mint, isn't it?
Good.
No, it's mint.
Yeah?
Yeah. No issues with it, right?
Not one issue with it. Right, now then, when I got this sabre on demo, I did get a few messages saying there was issues with them. I did speak to Phil Weeks about it, and he told me to put this to the test to see if I get any issues with it, because this is the latest version, yeah? So far so good, we've not had any issues with it, and we've used it every day. So, Phil, if you're watching, brilliant little plasma. To go with our good Kempies. Right, I'm now going to go and price that ramp. So there's a little Cat 13 tonner that's going out now. Customers just come to pick it up. Never ending that phone. I'll have to get it because it's Ashville. We'll come back to this video in a second. That was about the transmission, and I will let you know later on in this episode about that. So back to the Cat bucket. Turn the edge. New plough bolts. We've gone through the cracks where it were cracked right through, so there was like a 4mm gap, so you get a full pen butt weld there. Gouged out, welded up, straightforward little job. And then where the cracks were around here, again gouged out, welded up, and a plate over the top. And for some reason there were loads of little cracks here. Now then, that is just cheap metal for you at the end of the day. That's what that boils down to. And a wear strip underneath. Now I know some people don't like wear strips, but it needed one because the floor's getting thin, yeah? So once that wear strip runs out, then they'll run it back in, and we'll put a new floor in the bucket. But they'll get another good 12 months out of that at least, easy. Right, Carl, load that up, son. And my brother's going to do the NC 500 today. The NC 500, that's up in Scotland, isn't it? And I'm going to go and pick one up on demo, so I'll decide which bike I'm going to get today. another one out the door. Right, so onto this bucket now for Barton contractors. So looking at it, they want that edge there on the same angle as that edge. So basically they'll be running up like that. Right, so we'll cut them hangers off there. Just cut through them, Cal. Yeah, cut right through the middle of them, and then flush them off with that box section there. Down to that box section there. Alright, and then basically we can just weld that back to the hanger in that position there, as you'll see shortly, and he does it. But it's straightforward enough if we just whip it off. Yeah, get it off in one hit, and once it's cut apart, then we'll in fact just set a little camera up. Just set a little camera up when you're cutting it apart, yeah. We're just waiting for these frames to go out, these chapter 8 frames. Max Civil should be down for them any time, just need them out at workshop. Alright, we've got some other stuff going on for DTM. And use the little sabre. Use the little sabre plasma, alright. Okay. Because that is turning out to be a belting little set. Although really I want that for in the van. We seem to be getting more shop work than site work, don't we? Do you know what I mean? We've got a couple of dozers to go out to, and we've got a load of hard facing to do. So just need to get these jobs boxed off out of the way, and then we can have a week on site or something like that, you know. Hopefully. And I found out Tom, 28 Fab, got a class 2 so he can drive Bella Blue. So I can send them both out together in 2 vans, which is a little bonus for me. I think you'd quite enjoy that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be good.
The good thing about having 28, he gets on with Cal, and the best thing about having staff is they all need to get along. Do you know what I mean? If you've got toxic people within your workforce, get rid of them. I'm telling you now, get rid of them. Everybody's got to get on. If they don't get on working for me, then they're out the door, that's it. So you alright with that, Cal? Yeah? So we've done a quick rough cut there to get the hangers away from the bucket, and then what we want the hangers as close to this as possible. So we'll get all this lot out of the way and then try and put this back to it and see how close we can actually get it. Hopefully if we get rid of all this, should be able to sit this straight on. We might have to just do a little bit of altering. We'll find out when we get this cleaned up, and hang that back next to the bucket. Hopefully. Now then, I've just been out and bought a new helmet. That's my old helmet that I've had for about 20 years. I took it to the shop. You can see it dropping to bits, all stuff dropping out of it. But a bit of sentimental value in that lid. I'll keep that. But I thought I'd better not drive this bike away with that helmet on. So this is out on demo today. S1000 XR. I'm going to keep it for a day or so, but I've test drove a few bikes now. I've drove the RR, and I've drove my brother's, which is on the trailer out here. And he's just about to do the NC 500 up in Scotland, so he's going up with his pal with that bike. And he's taking his RS up. So we'll be away for 3 or 4 days, or down. Bit of fun.
Bit of fun.
Bit of fun. Now if you remember, we did mention that we wouldn't have bikes again, but we decided that we are going to, because life's short and you might as well live it. You know, I'm pretty sure my dad wouldn't mind us buying bikes. Alright. Well, Max Civils haven't turned up yet for these frames. Well, they'll be here today. And I found some rollers, but Cal, turn that off. That compressor costs an absolute fortune in electric. You only start clocking things like that when you become your own boss and checking the electric meter. And as soon as that kicks in, the electric meter goes flying. So we're going to look at getting a new compressor that uses a lot less electric, because we're going to use a lot more plasmas without built-in compressors like that one. All right. Ken PX3's absolute brilliant. So we've got two Hypertherm 45s. Got two of them. And we've got a 105 coming. 105 plasma Hypertherm. So we'll keep that compressor turned off at all times. So we can leave that hinge on there, on that angle, as it goes up to nothing at the top. And we'll have to do the same on here, on that second one in, looking at that hanger there. So I'll leave Cal with that, because I've just received the order for the next wash ramp and the deposit. So I always ask for either half up front or money to cover material costs, yeah? In this case, it's half up front. All right, so we've just received the money in the bank, so now I can get the material ordered. And I've also just had a phone call that the parts have come in for the loading shovel. So I'm going to fly over to Libra now on the bike. And then I'm going to fly over to Archie's and drop the parts off. You alright with that, Cal? Fine. So I've just come over to Libra in Ashton in Makerfield, just pick these parts up. These are essential parts that we need. And there we have it. The broken bit. So broke, even the little springs broke up into little sections there. And that's for a new one. We've also got a new, I think that's for the emissions. They were flagging up on the tablet, so we're fitting a new one of them also. Some machine. So comfortable to ride. So I test drove the RR as well. That is a much better ride, much better. Just sat up a lot higher and a lot more comfortable, you know. Anyway, let's get this machine running. Alright guys, so we've got the spool valve to fit. So you're going to have to wait to the next chapter to find out where we're up to with the Libra now. Alright, so little bucket ready there for keel show. That's been in the workshop for a while now, hasn't it? And there's no pressure for them guys to come and get it, because they have had a bit of a few issues in the background. Big issues as well. So this is a dryer frame here that's been fabricated, all tacked up, ready for welding. We're just getting the customer down to double check it before we do any welding on it, yeah? That's a DTM job, by the way. The little bucket here, this little concrete bucket for Barton contractors, we've got this hanger tacked on here now. Callum's actually off sick today, which is a first. There's a few. I'm gonna change it up a bit. It's in the right position, but I don't like how it's all set out here. It's a bit of a bodge job, so I'm gonna change that up a bit. So I might get that done later on today, but I've got to go out and get some rollers because tomorrow all DTM lads are in, and we're going to attack this wall with the cantilever racking. So them 2 frames on the floor there in front of the saw, we've got a few more of them to make, and we're going to add box sections to the stanchions and put all the racking down the wall. The saw is going to be positioned here. As you can see, we've got sockets here now. We've actually got 10 three-phase sockets within the workshop now. 2 new power boards, and so we've got plenty of power. So I'm going to go take the demo bike back and take it back to BMW. I think I'm going to order one. What do you reckon, director? No? He doesn't want me to get one. My mother's been on phone because she's seen that I've been riding around on one on my case. Do not get a bike, don't get a bike. So I don't know if I'm going to order one yet or not. But bought a lid anyway. But I can always borrow our dad's if I don't get one. He doesn't use it all the time. So we'll end this chapter. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.